Oh, we are back again with another live stream, and it is cup final weekend, people. I was supposed to kind of do this a little bit before, but I've been busy with some stuff and life and family and things happen. But yes, people, it is cup final weekend. Arsenal will be taking on Manchester City at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final, and I've got to say this, man, I am so excited for this final. It's been so long. Like I said, I've been saying on my streams for so long that the last time we won this trophy, I wasn't even born. I think it's so important that we go and win this trophy because I think it sets the precedent for what we will end up probably achieving for the rest of the season. I think um, whoever wins this Carabao Cup will probably have. I think if Arsenal win the Carabao Cup, I think that guarantees us to win the league. I think if Man City win the FA Cup, sorry, the Carabao Cup, I think it increases the chance to win the Premier League as well. But I think it's so imperative that we win this. We have to win this. We have to win this. Um, first trophy of the season up for grabs. The quad is still on, as they say. For me, I think the most realistic thing, as my boy Chris would say, domestic treble. And I've got to say, in terms of personnel, like there's been a bit of a debate about whether Raya should start and goal, whether Kepa should start and goal, etc., etc. But I think I personally would go with Raya. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a predicted 11, and I'm going to get into my preferred 11, and I'm going to talk about the game. I'm going to talk about kind of like some battles and stuff like that. But I think in terms of the manager, I think the kind of team he'll go with, I think he'll go with. I think I said on Shane's stream the other day, big up Shane Good, and make sure you subscribe to him, people. I said on Shane's stream the other day when on Bruce Banana, I said I think he will go with Raya. I think Mikel Arteta knows that this is his penultimate season. He has to get it right. He has to win, and I think risking Kepa will. I just don't think he has enough. I just don't think he has enough balls to do it. Like, look, if we picked up a couple of Carabao Cups in the last 5 years and a couple of FA Cups or even a Europa League when he first joined, then I'd be like, you know what, play Kepa. But I thought the same. I think we have to win this, and I think for me, it's a cup final. Play your best freaking team, man. Play your best freaking team. So, in terms of the predicted starting 11, I'm going to go with David Raya in goal. If he's fit, Yuri Timber, Gabriel and Saliba. Left back, I'm going to go Piero Hincapié. In the 6, I'm going to go Martin Zubimendi. In the 8 role, I'm going to go Declan Rice. In the 10 role, I'm going to go Eberechi Eze. On the wing, Starboy, Bukayo Saka. Off the left, I will be going Leandro Trossard. And up front, Victor Gyökeres. So that's my predicted 11 for the manager. I'm going to get into my preferred 11. Actually, I'm going to just share my screen. I'm going to just read a couple of these chats first. Big up Chris, big up mate, loving the thumbnail to match your YouTube name, Dark Side. Yeah, I mean, this. You know what's funny? I actually made this thumbnail like a month ago, but I was like, I was waiting. I actually got this thumbnail done for the Carabao Cup final because it's like students are passing the master, like Dark Side, Sith versus the Jedi thing. I'm not super into Star Wars, but I've watched enough Star Wars to understand the references and stuff. And yeah, actually, to be honest, I did used to love Star Wars as a kid. Anyway, big up to you, Chris. Big up Jack, Dark Side, aka Boba Fett on the Boba Fett the bounty hunter. Hey, big up to you, Jack, man. Big up to you, man. I hope you're doing well, man. Let me know, Jack, how are you feeling about the final tomorrow? Do you think we're going to win? What do you think the score's going to be? Actually, no, I think you did say 3-1 Gyökeres, Eze, and did you say Gyökeres, Eze, Madueke? I think you said, right? Gyökeres, yeah, I think you said that. Big up, Chris. 2 weeks ago, I said whoever wins the cup final wins the league. My opinion now changed due to Arsenal gap in the Premier League. But always a help for you to win a cup tomorrow, just in case. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't think it necessarily means whoever. I'm kind of retracted on that statement as well, Chris. I don't think who wins the League Cup final necessarily wins the Premier League. I think what we'll do is if Arsenal win it, I think it guarantees us the Premier League as well. But if City win it, I think it will kind of shake us a little bit, maybe psychologically, and make it go down to like maybe the final 2 games of the season. Obviously, I don't know if you know this, but Arsenal's final game of the season is actually Crystal Palace away. So I don't want it to go. I really don't want it to go down to the wire. If it was like Palace at home or like Burnley at home, I wouldn't really mind. But I don't want to be playing for the Premier League at Selhurst Park on the last day of the season, man. But if we do, hopefully Crystal Palace don't go full strength because they'll be in the Conference Cup final. So hopefully they'll rest players and just lose to us anyway, and then we can win the Premier League, which would be great. But let's. I hope it doesn't even get to that anyway. But big up to you, Chris. Yes, exactly. Oh, okay, I got it spot on. 3-1 Gyökeres, Eze, Madueke. Yeah, I thought so. This is what I'm saying. I lock into my community, man. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in. But big up to you, Jack. So I'm gonna just share my screen. I'm gonna give you my preferred 11, and I'm gonna go through like each position. Obviously, some of them obviously pick themselves, like probably Gabriel and Saliba and stuff. But yeah. So obviously, there's been this big debate. Watched the pre-match interview with Arteta, and he was talking about some of the reporters and journalists, or whatever they're called, asked him like, "Will you be playing Raya? Will you be playing Kepa?" And he was very, very, very coy about it. And I think the reason why he's coy about it is because he doesn't want Pep to know who he's going to play. Pep has confirmed that he's going to be playing James Trafford. So I personally think he'll go with Raya, but this is my preferred 11. So I've given his one anyway. So I'd be going with David Raya as well, which I think he will. Obviously, the centre backs pick themselves, so I'll be going with Gabriel and Saliba. But what I will be doing differently is something else. So right back, I will be going with Ben White. I think this game, it's going to be cagey. It's going to be tight in the first half, and I think you might need a moment of individual brilliance or a little bit of attacking potency. And I just think going forward, Ben White offers us a little bit more. And then with the on the defensive side, with like the Bokus and the Semenyos of the world, obviously I'm going to have Hincapié because I don't really rate Calafiori defensively, especially from a left back position. Centre back is okay, but from a left back position, I don't think he's all that. I will actually be going with Norgard. I just want him to sit, and then potentially bring on Zubimendi in the second half. I really just want him to sit. I'm going to go with Norgard. He'll be fresh. He should have been played more. I think Arteta should have given him a few more minutes, but he hasn't. But that's his prerogative at the end of the day. He's the manager. He gets paid 15.6 million a year to make this decision. Obviously, Rice. The Rice baby picks himself, quality player. And obviously in the 10, my man, Ebereche. I can spell Ebereche. Shit. My man, Eze, in the 10. Front three, I think it almost picks itself as well. I said on the Bruce Banana the other day on Shane Stream that I'd actually be starting Madueke. I think this is the type of game where Saka will struggle to beat the right back, to beat the left back, and I just want somebody with a bit of pace and a bit of trickery that can get in the box and cross it along the box for Gyökeres, who will be my striker on the day. He had a really, really good game against Leverkusen. He didn't score, but he probably had one of his best performances. His hold-up plays improved. His flicks around the corner, his awareness, his channel running, just his general overall striker play was really, really good. He should have got an assist from Mascara as well when he crossed it along the box. But look, I think it just makes sense to play these two. And I think Madueke, Trossard, and Gyökeres is the most... it's hard. I wouldn't say like lethal front three, but I think it's the most fluid in terms of like. I think, for example, Madueke will pass it across the box more likely than Saka. Saka, I think, would rather cut inside and be a bit more greedy. Same with Martinelli, I think. But I would be going with Trossard as well because in the first half you want to kind of feel out City. You want to kind of feel the game state, and obviously when it comes to ball retention and close control, Trossard is astronomically clear of Martinelli because Martinelli is bit of a bird brain when it comes to close control. So let me know what you think of my team, people. That's my team. I think that's the team that I'll start with. In terms of substitutions, I'll probably at halftime, or if things are tight, probably bring on Zubimendi, potentially Martinelli if it goes to extra time for like tired legs, because tired legs Martinelli is actually a cheat code. And then obviously I'd probably potentially bring on Havertz for Gyökeres or Havertz for Norgard, and then have Rice sit in the 6 with Eze as a deep line playmaker and Havertz as a lone 10. So there's lots of different like tactical ways we can approach the game, but that's the kind of way I would go with it, and I think that we can get the most out of that. And I think, as I said, I'm predicting the Eze masterclass. I'm predicting the Eze to get a brace and Gyökeres to get the final goal, 3-1, and him to hit the Mars celebration. That'd be absolute scenes on toast, to be honest. But yeah, that's my predicted 11. Let me know what you guys think down below. Just get rid of this. Yeah, so big up Chris. I did Liverpool rant along today, but luckily went to watch my local team Carlisle win 6-2 with only 5 minutes from my house. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes you know what? That's why it's good to kind of have a second team when your main team isn't turning up. It's good to be able to kind of like unwind because football's emotional and it can be quite stressful sometimes, especially when your team's not performing. I know you know obviously beat Galatasaray in the Champions League and you were you beat them 4-0, but I think it was a pretty good performance, but you still wasn't happy. And you know what? Sometimes even when you win convincingly, you're still not happy because the club have set certain standards and you're used to challenging for trophies, challenging for the league, challenging for the Champions League. So if you're seeing performances that aren't on par, then yeah, sometimes the second team is the way to go. Just so you know, in terms of second teams, my second team is actually Middlesbrough. And the reason why my second team is Middlesbrough is because I actually went to university at Middlesbrough. And I've, it just became my kind of second team. And yeah, sometimes I go watch Middlesbrough when they're like having away games in London, like if they're playing like QPR or Millwall or something. I've actually been to QPR away and Millwall away like last couple of years. So yeah, man, up the borough. Big up Chris again. Will it be Raya or Kepa in goal? I mean, I think it will be Raya. I mean, the fact that Arteta was being really, really coy about who he's going to pick in goal in the press conference, I think it says a lot. I think it speaks volumes. So I think it probably will be Raya, but we never know. We never know. It could be anyone, but I probably think it would probably be Raya, to be honest. Big up Jack. Raya is the only smart choice. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a cup final. It's our first cup final since we won the FA Cup in 2020. Just pick your best team. And as much as Kepa's been in the goal sticks for us for every single game in the Carabao Cup, when it comes to winning trophies, it ain't about this ain't no diversity flipping everyone's included nonsense. Pick the best person for the job right at the end of the day. And I think right now Raya is probably the best one. So I'm not really trying to do the power of anime and friendship right now. I just want to win that trophy. You know what I'm saying? Big up Chris. I feel both teams need to pick the best keepers. Yeah, well, it's already been confirmed that Pep Guardiola is going to pick Trafford. So hopefully, Trafford is 6'6" as well, so he's not small. He's quite big, but like Shane said the other day, he's quite like skinny as well. So I think Gabriel can probably bully him and probably get a header as well. And obviously, the danger of set pieces is always there for us. The set piece threat is always there. So there's a lot that's going to go into this game. Once I catch up with the comments, I'm going to kind of talk about how I think the game will go. Big up Chris. I hear Norgard shout, to be honest, as Zubimendi doesn't like getting pressured. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I have been impressed with Zubimendi's debut in the Premier League, but I do worry. I think the problem with Zubimendi is he's not used to being pressed so much because in Spain, I think he has a lot more time on the ball. It's a lot more relaxed. It's a lot more technical. So the pressing isn't like a massive thing in Spain compared to England, whereas like he's getting pressed like hell in England. And you can see some of the key mistakes. The first one he made was the one against Liverpool where he gave away the foul that led to the Dominic Szoboszlai free kick. Another one I can think of is the Man United one where he passed the ball to, I think it was Bruno Fernandes, and then he passes it to Mbeumo and they go and score and we lose 3-2. Another one I can think of is the Spurs one where he like gets caught in possession and Richarlison takes it, ends up lobbing Raya. So he's made a lot of vital mistakes that have led to, goals or big goal scoring opportunities. So yeah, I think I would just start Norgard. And the thing about Norgard, he's just going to sit. He's just going to sit and allows Rice to link up with Eze and get further forward up the pitch. And that's what I would personally go with anyway. Big up Gunnar Sig. Good evening, Darko. Well, I guess you meant Dark Side, but yeah, man. Big up to you, man. How you feeling? I know you're very negative about the. You think City are going to win 3-0. Bro, when we win tomorrow, I want you to come. I want you to come in my chat and apologize. By the way, apologize not to me. Apologize to yourself for being so negative. Come on, you Gunners. Big up Blade. Big up fellas. Come on, you Gunners. Yeah, Blade. How you feeling about the game tomorrow? Score predictions. How you feeling about first cup final in like 5 years, 6 years, whatever. I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling pretty positive. I can't lie. I'm feeling very, very positive. Big up Roy. I'll tear out. You just can't help yourself, can you? You just cannot help yourself. Big up Chris. Does Saka need to play more? Does Saka need to play more centrally now for the rest of the career? Now his legs are gone. It seems like I've always said it about Salah. Well, I think he does need to. He'll probably have to be moved to interiorly eventually. Because, like I said, he can't play as a winger anymore. He hasn't got the legs, he hasn't got the pace, and realistically, he hasn't got that inevitability anymore. Even though he was never really a fast winger, he always had that like game IQ, that inevitability, that kind of like va-va-voom, that je ne sais quoi, and he's just kind of just lost it. Maybe he can get it back, but I don't know, man. Like I said the other day on the Bruised Banana, it's not Star Boy anymore, man. It's Stardust. So Yeah, man. Start Dusty, bruv. Big up Blade. Agree with the starting 11. I wouldn't have too much of an issue with a Havertz nor guard switch. Yeah, same here, man. Same here. I think, like I said, we know the media always talk about how many options we've got and the squad depth, and I think it's time to kind of use it properly. Like Madueke's had a good rest. Saka's played like I think 3 full 90 minutes in a row, and this is the reason why he got ran into the ground, because he's just had a great 3. Obviously, he's been playing throughout the season, but man, those things literally take like, you know, even when you're playing regularly, you don't fully recover from them for like a good year or so. So yeah, for me, Madueke has to start, man. He has to start. He has to start. Big up, Jack. I agree with your selection, except I think I would start with Havertz and Saka. I think Saka starting will be strong and bring on Madueke in the second half with fresh legs. Listen, I don't disagree with that either. I think you could also look at it where, you know, if it's like say the 70th minute and it's 1-1, you bring on Madueke with a bit of pace, and then we can end up getting something. I don't disagree with that. And you could also, you know, bring on, if Saka does start, you could also put Saka on the left hand side and then have Madueke on the right, and then have Gyökeres, and then have Eze in the 10 like they did against Wigan. Well, actually, no, Saka played in the interiorly, but even still, the thing is, because of the squads we have and the quality we have, there's a lot of different options you can do. There's a lot of different combinations, and you know, I to be honest, I know, you know, if he was playing regularly, I wouldn't even be opposed about starting Lewis Skelly in midfield. But in a cup final, it's probably a bit too risky. But even still, if he'd been playing regularly, then you know, it is what it is. Big up Blade. I think he will start Saka. I think, yeah. When I did my what I think the manager's going to do, his preferred 11, I think I did say that Saka will probably be Saka, Trossard, Gyökeres front 3, which I would go with Madueke, Gyökeres, Trossard. I think it makes a little bit more sense to me anyway. Big up to you, Blade. Big up Chris. Still mad seeing Mark Hughes manage my local team a decade ago. He was a Premier League manager. Unfortunately, he's a pragmatic here. Only won 6-2 because they had 10 men and Carlos were down 2-1. Yeah, man. I mean, with Mark Hughes, it's mad to think that he was like literally in the Premier League. It's crazy. He was at Fulham for a while, wasn't he? Did he? I'm not sure if I'm getting this confused. Did he manage Man City for like one season or something? Am I getting that confused? I swear he managed like Man City for like a couple of seasons. Am I getting that confused? Like when they just got the money, when they got like Robinho and Stephen Ireland and Craig Bellamy and stuff. Am I getting that confused? But big up to you anyway, Chris. Big up Jack. Big up Blade. Jack Swagger had a point. Madueke is someone you don't want to play against with fresh legs or 70 minutes plus in. Yeah, this is the thing, man. Like the pace, the trickery, the ability to beat the right back. I think these are all things that make Madueke probably a better sub as well. So you know what? Let's say, look, I don't mind disagreeing. Like I'm open to both sides of the argument. I personally would start him, but I wouldn't be opposed to Saka starting either. Yeah, I wouldn't even be opposed to Dalman eventually coming on either. By the way, if you said like it goes to extra time, I wouldn't be opposed to if Eze is a bit tired, putting Dalman in the 10. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. By the way, like I think we should be using every single resource and every single optimizing everything we can to beat Manchester City and put that ball forward in a pack. It's as simple as that. But shout out to you, Blade, man. Big up Gunnar C. I hope as Peter 45 is ready for tomorrow. You really think we're going to lose? You really think we're going to lose, don't you, man? I'm hoping that we win. Like I don't want to. Like I've said a million times, I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, but I want him to win, man. Ultimately, it's Arsenal FC, not Arteta FC. And if Arteta is the reason or the manager in charge of my club, I always want him to win. I want him to win the sextuple, bro. I want him to win the quadruple plus the Super Cup in the club. I want him to win the sextuple, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big up Roy. Ray is a smart choice. Kepa has done well in games, but he has played for Arsenal, but he is our backup goalkeeper. He is well paid to be our backup goalkeeper. Right should start. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think in a cup final, your best player should play. Raya is obviously by far is probably one of the best. He's not probably. He's one of the best keepers in the world. His reflex, his agility, distribution, his defense from corners. I think he just has so much more in his locker. And one thing I didn't like about Kepa is that when we played Chelsea in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, he's very flappy. For someone that's 6'5", he's very, very, very flappy. And he doesn't. I don't feel that kind of like confidence that I get from Raya. I feel very safe with Raya. Very, very safe. With Kepa, I'm just like, oh, we need to be like 5 goals up for me to feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Big up Jack. That Blade. No, I think we will be running City's batteries down in the first half and then bring on Madueke in the second half to put the nail in the coffin. And yeah, this is what I'm going to say. I want us to tire out City. I want us to like have them running around. I also want to use, and I also want to exploit the set piece gimmick. There's a lot of things I want to do for the City game, but I think Arteta needs to get this right. He needs to get this right. Pep's a bit all over the place. I don't think Pep really knows what his best starting 11. Like, he's playing Semenyo and Doku in the 10. It was just like this really weird formation that he went with, and Real Madrid just destroyed them. So that's obviously going to lose confidence. And when they drew to West Ham, I saw their faces. It was like, oh, that was the face of, we might go trophyless here. We might have bottled the league here. So I looked in Haaland's face, Foden's face, and Foden was like, for F's sakes, you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, I think Arteta will win. I think we'll win convincingly. Like you said, Jack, you predicted 3-1, Madueke, Eze, and Madueke, Gyökeres, and Eze. I'm predicting Eze, Gyökeres. We both gone for 3-1, and I think we're going to win this. Come on, you Gunners, mate. Big up to you, Jack, bro. Big up, Chris. Stardust. I'm sure that's a WWE character. You know what's funny, actually? I've not watched WWE in a while. I used to watch, this is how I'm showing my age now. Back in the day when I was a kid, I used to watch WWF. And my favorite wrestler, probably a draw between Eddie Guerrero. You lie, you cheat, you steal. I used to love Eddie Guerrero before he died of a heart attack, man. Rest in peace to GOAT, man. Rest in peace to GOAT. And probably Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? Nice, man. This wrestling was so good, bro. Wrestling was sick as a kid, man. I used to love wrestling, man. It was so good. Staying up late with my uncle Wesley, yeah, and watching Monday Night Raw. I used to love watching Monday Night Raw, man. That was the best. That was the freaking best, man. That was the freaking best. But yeah, big up to you, Chris, man. Big up, Jack. Saka scored a header the other day, but it was deemed as handball. If it was a goal, would it be still being questioned, Saka? Wait, what? When did Saka score a header? Are you talking about the one against Wolves? It's deemed as handball. If it was a goal, would we still be questioning Saka? Sorry, Jack, you're gonna have to explain a little bit more. I don't know what you mean. When did Saka score a header? You're talking about the one against Wolves, right? Is that what you're talking about? Because I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. But big up to Roy. I keep saying Arteta out after watching fans comment going back since Arteta became a manager. It was only 2 years ago that half the crowd had posters calling for Arteta to be sacked. Now look, let's be honest. I'm gonna say this here. Every Arsenal fan or every football fan, regardless, but this is an Arsenal channel, people, so we're going to be talking about Arsenal here. Every Arsenal fan or every football fan in general has the right to support the club in the way they want. If you hate the manager and you want to say slot out, Arteta out, Pep out, whatever, that's your prerogative. You are well within your right to say that. Just because you had an opinion about the manager that was negative, and now he's on the ascendancies. The negative opinion of Arteta, in my opinion, is justified because not only has he spent a boatload of cash, he's gone 5 years trophyless with a squad that, in my opinion, in the last 5 years, we should have picked up at least 2 or 3 trophies. You're telling me this squad couldn't have won the Carabao Cup like the last 5 years? And obviously, this isn't the same squad from 5 years ago, but you get what I'm saying. Like Jesus, Zinchenko, Xhaka, Partey, like that level of quality couldn't have won the Europa League, couldn't have won the Carabao Cup, couldn't have won the FA Cup, couldn't even won the title. So for me, I think Arsenal fans being negative about Arteta is completely justified in my opinion, because we have to be honest with ourselves and say, look, the last 5 years, it's not been good enough. I mean, Eric Ten Baldy has more trophies than Arteta. Yeah. Slot came in his first season and won the Premier League. When you got man like a Gal and them lot and saying like, oh yeah, Slot's not going to win. If Slot wins the league in his first season, it will be a disgrace on Arteta. And then he flip flops and says, "Oh, injuries." But listen, this is YouTube. This is football YouTube, people. You know what I'm saying? Big up, Jack. Yeah, managed City in 2008, 2009. Yeah, I thought so. Because I remember that he had the Robinho, Stephen Ireland, Craig Bellamy. I want to say Clichy-ish team, maybe. I think maybe Clichy might have left by then. I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Actually, no. I think he just joined. Actually. Big up Logan. All City, we love you. City. Listen, the Blue Sharks ain't coming. We're coming for you. The Blue Sharks ain't coming. They're gonna be on the land, mate. They ain't gonna be swimming around looking for blood. They're gonna be washed up, mate. I'll tell you that for free. But big up to you, Logan, man. make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Been a bit busy the last couple of days, so streams have been a bit few and far between. I should be doing a so I'm going to be basically going to Shoreditch to watch the game, some watch along party thing. I'm going to be doing a live stream in my car where I'm just going to talk to you about my pre-match thoughts and stuff like that. And then I should do like a little match day vlog as well. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to try and do more stuff on the channel. I want to start getting more guests on the channel. Like I want to get more people in the chat to come on and chat to me one-on-one. And yeah, just do some great things, man. Like I want to do more things on the channel because I really enjoy interacting with the community. I really enjoy doing this, guys. I really enjoy doing this stuff with you guys and interacting with you guys. I find it really, really fun. Like I said, I love Arsenal. I'm Arsenal till I die. I bleed red. Love the cannon. So yeah, man, I want to do more stuff on this channel and interact with you guys and push the channel. But yeah, as we move people. Big up twofold. I've got a feeling Arteta knows if he wants to stay in the job, he's got to win. Let's send that bald puta back to Spain and that ruined our fame. Listen. Pep Guardiola. Let me see if I can remember the phrase in Japanese. Pep Guardiola is a kusohage. I think kusohage. Yeah, fucking baldy. Yeah. So let's put this fucking baldy in a pack, mate, because Pep Guardiola has systematically destroyed my emotions so many times, man. Like 23, 24, 22, 23. This guy, man, that run that City went on, the run that we went on was crazy, but the run that they went on was even crazier. And I knew that we had to try and beat them at the Etihad to win the league that season. Going for that 0-0 draw was dusty, man. And you know what's annoying? If Martinelli put his head up and crossed it to Trossard, we would have won that game. We'd have won 1-0 and we would have won the league. Oh man, it just hurts so badly. We need to pack him. He needs to get packed, man. He needs to get packed. He must get packed. Big up, Jack. The SC stands for Spurs for energy. Have some beliefs, man. Yeah, man. Goon SE, man. He really thinks that we ain't gonna win. He's predicting like 5-0 City, 3-0 City. There's a 99% chance that City win the cup. I'm just like, bro, like, who do you support? Like, who do you support? Big up, Jack again. Goon SE and the SC. Oh yeah, I read that already. Or did I miss? Yeah. Sorry, it came out twice for some reason. Big up twofold. I'm so nervous for the final because we've lost the past three finals of the League Cup: Chelsea 2007, Burnham 2011, and City 2018. We have to do this. You know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. Some of probably my saddest moment as an Arsenal fan. Obviously, you can say Champions League final, blah 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 blah. But my saddest moment as an Arsenal fan was the 2011 season when we lost it to Birmingham. Remember getting to my dad's house and finding out the full-time score that we lost, and I cried. Yeah, and then that season, after we lost that cup final, we completely capitulated. We lost, I think a week later, we lost to Blackburn like 3-2 in the FA Cup. Got knocked out the FA Cup. Then we got knocked out the Champions League to Bayern Munich or Barcelona, one of them two. I think it was Barcelona. And then we was first in the league around that time. And then we ended up finishing fourth. It was just it was just like capitulate. We just imploded that season, man. It was horrible. But big up to you twofold, man. Big up Roy. You see what I mean, Dark Side? Gunnar SC wants Arteta sacked if we lose tomorrow. And he wouldn't be the only one. Look at Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, and their managerial issues. Believe in the process. Well, listen, I say it all the time. I'm not Arteta-in. I'm not a top gooner, and I'm not a super negative gooner either. I say it a million times, guys. I think I'm quite fair. I think I'm quite balanced. I think I'm quite reasonable. But I will say this: if Arteta does lose the final tomorrow, I don't think that means he should be getting sacked. But if he comes up trophyless this season, sack that puta madre. Sack that puta madre. Ahora. No, let's have uncomfortable conversations. There'll be no uncomfortable conversations. Sack that puta if he ends up flipping trophyless at the end of the season, man. Ciao. Big up Jack. WWF, my guy was the ultimate warrior. Are you talking about Eddie Guerrero or are you talking about Booker T? Which one? You doing a live watch along or going to Wembley? No, so I'm going to like this. My friend bought me tickets to go watch the game at Box Park on a big screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a match day vlog, and then as soon as the game's over, I'm going to just do like a match reaction on my phone, like a live reaction on my phone, because obviously I'll be out, so I won't have my green screen and all my setup and all my cameras and stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing like a little drive along in the car on the way there. Record a couple of clips. I'll post a match day vlog the next day, and then after the game, I'll be doing like a live post match reaction. Hopefully, you'll see tears in my eyes because we've won. If not, we finna crash out. Big up Chris. Last time I watched WWE was Undertaker losing his WrestleMania streak to Brock Lesnar. That was a long while. Just struggled to keep up after that. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. After 2010, I kind of stopped watching wrestling. I don't even really know what's going on. It's John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, Edge, The Rock, Stone Cold. These are big. That's like my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Even Hulk Hogan. It's a bit before my time, but like I still remember Hulk Hogan. Mankind, Bret Hart, Chris. Yeah, did I say Chris Jericho? Edge, Chris Benoit. Yeah. It's the big shit. Now that's my bread and butter when it comes to WWE or for me WWF, man. But big up to you, Chris. Big up twofold. Man United legends Rio celebrating the top 4 races. They used to mock the Wonga. I think do you mean Wenger for chasing top 4 all them years ago? How the tables have turned. Yeah, how the turns have tabled, bro. Like we're changing for titles and talking about in Champions Leagues and quadruples, and they're talking about Champions League qualification and a successful season on the Carrick with no trophies and a 45-game season. How the mighty have fallen. But this is what happens. When you're at the top, there's only one direction you can go, people, and that's down, unfortunately. Or fortunately for Man United, anyway. I've been getting crybabies after my rant along today. I was calling Van Dijk out for being lazy and a crap leader, calling me a slot defender. I clearly called Slot out too. His hooker, Gakpo. Bro, you hate Gakpo, man. You hate Gakpo. Big up to you, Chris. Big up, Roy. Some of us have kept faith on Arteta. We believed in the process when we were laughed at and ridiculed by fellow Arsenal supporters for doing that. Can we get an apology now, please? I'm telling you right now, Arteta can win a sextuple. You're not getting an apology out of my black ass. I'll pay that for free, blood. I'll pay that for free. And I'll tell you why you're not getting an apology out of my black ass is because of this reason. The reason why is because, bro, he spent 1 billion Great British White Women, 5 years, 0 trophies. This is the least he can do for me is win me a title. This is the least he can do is do me a domestic treble. That's the least he can do for me. I've been waiting for so long. I've been told this guy's elite. I've been told that this guy's generational. I've been told this guy's Pep with a hairline. Bro, if you say all these things as a person who confia en el proceso, trust the process. If you believe in trusting the process, yeah, you have to hold yourself accountable as well. You have to say, look, the last 5 years have been abject failure. You can't say but we came close, but Aston Villa, but Saliba got injured. You have to hold it. You have to hold it, bro. And that's why I'm a fair and balanced like content creator, because yes, I can criticize Arteta and crash out, but also look, for me, if he loses the cup final tomorrow, I'm actually not going to crash out. It's just anyone can lose a cup final. Anybody can lose a cup final. Let's say, for example, in the first 5 minutes, Rodri gets a red card and we go and beat City 4-0. Those things that could happen. That could happen. You know what I'm saying? Big up, Chris. I want City to have more pain, so I hope Arsenal win the league and cup. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, the only people who want City to win the league are these weird, like, London Man United fans, and these people that care about Arsenal fans being annoying more than like football being safe. For me, if City win the League Cup and win the league, it's a disgrace for football, man. If Arsenal win the league, yeah, and the League Cup, it's actually good for football. A new Premier League winner, well, not new Premier League winner, but like a different Premier League winner. Arsenal being back in the conversation, and it just opens up so many good things, man. It opens up, and plus London will be shut down. It'll be like carnival, man. You'll be seeing a madness out here. You know what I'm saying? Big up Gunnar C. Then we had to lose to Villa 2 and City, and we'd lose any more game. Then we had to lose this too. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. So I was a bit confused at first. Big up twofold. Pep would leave the end of the season if Arteta puts the final nail in the coffin tomorrow. Yeah, 100%. Big up Flyberry. I've never seen you before. Big up. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, bro. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Can't wait for the final tomorrow, man. Honestly, big up Fly. Let me know what's your prediction for the game tomorrow. Big up Jack. I think during the game against Leverkusen, Gyökeres crossed the ball to Saka, who had a sweet header that went in. It was disallowed due to Martinelli handball. Does anyone remember that? Oh, okay. So I didn't watch. I must have missed that because I only watched the second half and the highlights. So I probably missed that. I probably didn't see that because I was out at the time. I was doing some work, so I didn't see that. Big up Jack. Ultimate Warrior was WWF wrestler. He was my favorite. Oh, I don't remember him. Big up Roy.
and nearly forgotten about the final against Birmingham. Remind me of the 3-2 League Cup final defeat in 1988 against Luton Town. We should have won both finals, but that's football for you. Yeah, that's the problem about football, man. Fine margins, mate. Big up twofold. If Man City play like that, they did Real Madrid, Arsenal can take advantage of that. But these blue putas will play like it's a World Cup final and it'll be either boring or exciting, high-scoring game. Bro, we're going to win 3-1. I'm going to put my balls on the table and say we're going to win 3-1. I'm going to look in the camera. There's a masterclass. Trust the process, mate. Big up twofold. Dalman needs to play in the final and keep Odegaard away from this team because he needs to be sold. Our best performances came from him without being in the team. Yeah, you know what's funny? Our best performances have been without Odegaard, you know. We've had less control, but that's because Odegaard just dawdles on the ball and passes it around the back. So more control just means Odegaard spinning around like a Beyblade and passing it to the left and right back. You know what I'm saying? And picking it and collecting it from deep and doing the safe passes. That's all it means, man. Big up twofold again. Lewis Hall left back, Tonali centre mid, and Alvarez left wing in the summer alongside selling some of this. Bro, this is my summer, yeah? Sell the deadwood. I'd sell about 6-7 players, including Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, and that dusty captain. I'd be looking to get Coyote right back from Brentford. I'd be looking to get I'd be looking to get Tonali. I'd be looking to get Alvarez, and I'd be looking to get Njai from Everton. Get those 4 players, and we're cooking. And we are cooking, mate. We are cooking. Big up Jack. Lol. Pep with a hairline, more like Pep without trophies. Oi. Oi. Listen, Jack, you're on crud today, bro. Big up Chris. I'm slot out even if he wins us a trophy and gets us a UEFA Champions League football. I'll say that respectfully. By the way, his football is not good enough for upcoming season. Let me ask you a question, Chris. Yeah, if Slot won the Champions League this season and finished 6th, would you keep him? Because obviously, if you win the Champions League, it gets you into the Champions League next season. So it doesn't really. You could finish fucking 17th or 8th, or so you could finish 17th or 16th win the Champions League, and you're cushy for next season. So let's say Slot finished 7th and he win the Champions League. Would you keep him? Big up Gunnar Rican, big up, bro. I'm hoping we get the W. I want to finally celebrate, bro. It's been 5 years, bro. Let me tell you something, yeah. If we get that Carabao Cup, man, I'm telling you right now, the season could end up being a special season. A special season. And I think I said it a million times. The Carabao Cup is the most important trophy this season. Not the biggest, but the most important, because I think it's the catalyst for a domestic treble or potentially the quadruple. I don't believe we're going to win the quadruple, but I personally think if we win tomorrow, we go and do a domestic treble. That's my personal opinion. Big up to you, Gunnar Rican, man. And by the way, bro, we need to do a collab, man. Let's do a little collab video, man, because I love the collab videos. When I went on Shane's the other day, I love the collab videos, man. They're so much fun. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram, or I'll hit you up on Instagram and we'll talk anyway, bro. Big up, Roy. Fair and balanced. What has Arteta ever done to you? This anti-Arteta sentiment is insane to me. Bro, what do you mean what has Arteta done to me? He nearly sent my hairline to the Maldives with this dusty, terroristic lack of trophies, man. What are you talking about? Big up Gunnar FC. The thing is, we always bottle every chance we get to win something. If we had already won a league or two plus UEFA Champions League 2, maybe I would be a bit more positive. And see, Roy, this is what I'm talking about. The reason why Gunnar FC is positive is because he's got a 5-year track record of being let down. So you can't blame people for being anti-Arteta and being negative when you can only go off data. Like let's look at it from like a real world scenario. If you've got poor credit history, you don't get a good interest rate when you get a loan, or you don't even get a loan period, because you've got a history of bottling your credit or bottling repayments. So why would the bank be like, oh yeah, like when it comes to paying his bills on time, he's Champions League football, champagne football. No, he's relegation zone settings, people. Come on. Big up Fly. Yeah, first time here. Mainly watch Shane Goon's channel. I want to hold your Walcott support again. Hey, listen. Don't take me out of context, all right? Don't take me out of context. To be fair, all I said was Walcott, if a prime Walcott was in his team right now, he would start. People, would a prime Walcott start in this front three? I think so. On the left-hand side, I'd rather have Walcott than Martinelli. He's pace merchant, but he's got way better finishing and he's got a better game IQ and he's better at dribbling. Come on, man. Come on, people. But Flyberry, thank you for holding me accountable anyway.
Big up AFC, dark side. Big up tomorrow. There can be no excuses. We need to see them armpits. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see them armpits, fam. I want to see them armpits. I don't want to see people. I don't want to see Kai Havertz crying with a silver medal around his neck. That's what I don't want to see. That's what I don't want to see, people. Big up Fly. But I do agree that Wiltord was heavily underrated. Thank you, man. Wiltord was heavily underrated. Probably one of the most underrated Arsenal players of all time. I watched, like I said on Shane's, I watched that 01-02 season back to front. He was so FA Cup and league. He was so clutch, bro. He was freaking clutch, bro. Freaking clutch. Ever since our horrid season last season in Chicken Ball FC won the Europa, that was the final straw. This is why I almost predict us to lose every game. Listen, I did say that if Tottenham do win the Europa League and we go trophyless, that should be a sackable offence. It should have been, but listen, if Arteta turns it around this season, especially if he wins like more than two trophies or more, all will be forgiven. In my opinion, not all, but that it will get him out of his overdraft. I'll for a while you won't be seeing this. If he gets us 2 or more trophies, you won't be seeing this for at least a season, or this. You know what I'm saying? You won't be seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Tapas Pulis. You'll just be seeing this and maybe a cheeky Aubameyang. You know what I'm saying? But listen, until he wins something, he's still in this overdraft. You know what I'm saying? Big up Roy, dark side. If Arsenal win tomorrow and then win the Premier League, will you then ease off Arteta for a day or two? Bro, do you think if he wins the Premier League and the League Cup, I'm gonna still be Arteta out and be ranting and raving? Bro, I'll be doing backflips like Young Link through Hyrule Castle, bro. I'll be doing backflips, fam. I'm gonna tell you that for free. I'll be doing backflips, man. Big up Jack, Chicken Ball FC. Big up Twofold. Odegaard has definitely fell out with this manager because he has disappeared. I reckon he doesn't like having the competition for his place, and I regret sending Ethan on loan. Yeah, I never understood the Ethan Wanyeri loan. It doesn't make sense to me. It never made sense to me, and especially if we're in all 4 competitions. I get that light skin back in the club, man. For crying out loud, man. Big up Twofold. If Arteta scams you, UEFA Champions League, he can have a statue, first manager do. If Arteta wins the champs, I'll get a tattoo of him on my right arm, bro. I'll tell you that for free. And I ain't got no tattoos, and I don't really like tattoos. If Arteta wins the Champions League and the Premier League, let's say he done a treble, won a champs, Carabao Cup, and title, bro, he's immortalized. He will literally probably become in one season or probably our most successful manager. I mean, obviously, Wenger's won more trophies, but when you think about winning a treble, only City, Man United, and then if we do it, Arsenal would have done it. So he would become immortalized immediately. Big up Jack, Goonerican TV in the building. We have been waiting for some hash browns with eggs at the Waffle House. Yeah, big up Goonerican, man. Big up Goonerican, man. I need to look into your shows more, man. It's going to be crazy if Chelsea and Liverpool both miss out on Champions League football. I mean, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. And I can see it happening as well, by the way. Big up Jack, Darkside, and Goonerican, the collab we'll be waiting for. Yeah, man. Listen, Goonerican, once I get off the stream, I'm going to hit you up because I'm heading out to my friend's house to go play chess, I'll hit you. I'm going to send you a message on Instagram. I should be able to find you. I should be able to just type in. You are on Instagram, right? Or Twitter. I'll find you anyway. I'll find you, bro. Big up Roy. Love Walcott. His goal against Villa in the cup final with his celebration was epic. Hopefully we have another cup final like tomorrow. Was a perfect day. Yeah, 4-1 Alexis Sanchez, Walcott. Who else scored? Giroud? Did Giroud score? I can't remember. Big up Chris. To answer the question, I still want Slot gone if he scams UEFA Champions League trophy. I know that's crazy, but I just feel like we'll be in the same position next season. Raw. If he wins the Champions League, you'd still sack him. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I know I've said on stream kind of as a joke that if Arteta won the quad, I'd still get rid of him. But if Arteta wins the Champions League, you can't get rid of him, man. Any manager that wins it, we're not Chelsea, man. If my manager wins the Champions League, that buys him 2 seasons, in my opinion. Because I'm going to be talking. Nobody can ever say to me, Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that ever again. If Arteta does that buys him 2 seasons, in my opinion. Big up AFC. Can see Pep playing Marmoush, Semenyo, Shirky. Marmoush often sees something different than what Haaland does. Yeah, I'm to be honest, I know a lot of people don't really like Marmoush, but I rate him a lot, man. I do rate him a lot. Big up Twofold. I know deep down Liverpool are terrified of PSG. They are so hard to press and score lots of goals. Slot will be sacked after 2 legs of the Champions League game. Potentially. But people, listen. I'm going to be dropping about 3 videos tomorrow, so I'm going to head off there. I need to head out, man, because I need to go get some food and all that stuff and all that jazz. But yeah, make sure you like people. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Arsenal, come on, you Gunners. Let's do this. Later on, people. Peace.